So we have apologies for Councillor Davis, and therefore Councillor Casey for this purpose shall be a member of the committee.
Declarations of interest. Have we any declarations of interest? Okay, thank you. The report of the Assistant Director application for the grant of permission to show unclassified films.
Thank you, Chair. In front of you today, we've got an application here from the Electric Palace in Harwich. Michael Offord is here today to help with this application. The request is to show short films that have been made and to be shown at the Palace. The films are to be shown at the end of March this year, but they haven't actually got a BBFC classification at the moment. So they've come here to ask if we can help with that. The films have been submitted by the Electric Palace. They've been arranged by two separate organisations, namely the Short Film Festival and the Essex Film Collectives. Mr. Offord has informed that the licensing authority, some of the contents includes nudity, swearing, self-harm, drugs, misuse and murder, for example. Part of the application, Mr. Offord has included a copy of the cinema safeguarding policy, and that can be found on Appendix B. Officers have viewed the application, the films, and put some recommendations together, which can be found on Appendix C as we go through. Mr. Offord's here today to answer any questions the committee may have. So I'll pass this over to members now to take the application forward. Thank you.
Thank you. So Mr. Offord's open to questions now. The first question I have is, are these all going to be put on the same time, all the films?
Trying to work my way around this microphone, is that correct? Yeah, okay, yeah. So effectively the plan is to have 4 separate playlists all screened on the same day. So we would have a Harwich Shorts playlist, and then there would be 3 separate playlists for the Essex Film Collective. So they would all be shown on the same day, that's the plan, as part of 1-hour playlists, and then that would be followed by Q&As and opportunity to discuss the films with the filmmakers.
These will be monitored, because there's some that are obviously different age groups to the others that really do need classification.
Yeah, absolutely. So the plan is to set the playlist to the highest rating. So if one film within the playlist was an 18, then the whole rating, you would only be able to access the rating if you were an 18-year-old, if you're 18 or above. And the plan, and we would use the same mechanism practices that we do for any film that we screen, which is restricting age limits, challenge policies, those kind of things.
Go around the selection and see people who'd like to ask you some questions, okay? Anna, would you like to start?
No, I've no questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
The only thing I would say is that having watched them, some of them are quite powerful and I'm sure needed to be shown. And I thank you for taking the initiative. Thank you very much.
Super. Thank you very much. I think that's one of the very important things from my perspective, is that actually that they reflect, you know, if you watch those films, you will see that they reflect some really important issues that are facing society at the moment and things that are on the filmmakers' minds, things like self-harm, mental health, you know, women's safety. These are all things that crop up in the film. And I think by screening them at a cinema, we provide an opportunity for a discussion point, which I think is really valuable. So I appreciate you, you hearing the application. Thank you.
Particularly the film concerned with cyber abuse, very, very powerful. Yeah. And my personal view is it should be shown in all schools.
Yeah. I do agree with you, yeah.
Right. Sorry, I need to say this to the subcommittee. It's requested, in accordance with the Council's constitution, recommend to the Assistant Director Governance the screening of an unclassified film subject to Council office viewing the film and imposing an appropriate age restriction, if any, having regard to the British Board of Film Classification Guidelines. We either do that or refuse permission to screen an unclassified film. That is what we are voting on today, okay? Whilst there's a general provision for appeals in relation to the conditions placed on cinema licenses, there is no right of appeal in respect of this decision. Okay? So we now need to have a discussion within ourselves of what classification we think it should be and what we will let the gentleman know. So does the gentleman then have to?
I think at this point, Chair, the committee have watched all the films as I understand it. They've got the guidance contained within the report. Do the committee agree that the recommendation of the Assistant Director can make the recommendation in relation to the film classification? Yeah.
Now, I'd like to propose that we, with regards to recommendation A, approve the classifications as recommended.
Read them. Yeah, with that, let's agree.
I really would like to say a huge thank you. I know that this is, time consuming and I think, also inviting me here to kind of champion the films. I think that's a really positive thing. I'm extremely grateful for all the efforts and considerations that the committee has given us. So a huge thank you for myself, and through that, I think that's the voice of the trustees at the Electric Palace as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you for attending, and we have to thank our officers as well, because they were very good on bringing it forward to us and letting us see it. So thank you for attending.
No, I absolutely agree with you about the support that we've received from the officers. It's hugely appreciated, and I do thank them on a regular basis. So thank you very much.
Thank you and good luck. On that